Hi, my name is Paul James, and this is my history. My ancestors were once owned as slaves, and using real stories and pictures, I will tell you that history of slavery, of horror, resistance, and unbelievable cruelty. And at the heart of this is my ancestor, Kofi Adanu. I will feel what he feels, witness what he sees, and hurt when he hurts. Now, I am Kofi. This day I'm near the village where my brother Kwame lives. It is small, perhaps 30 people. Whilst out in the field, we are approached by two men we do not recognize. At first we think they are traders. Too late. I realize that they are not, and that there are many more hiding at the edge, some with guns. My brother and I are taken, but not without a struggle. We kick and punch and scream for help, but friends and family are too far away. I feel a blow to my head. Our captors knew their task very well. Chained together and manacled, we were told to walk. My brother Kwame was bound by a wooden collar to a sickly man who constantly fell each time he was beaten, kicked, or whipped. At times they beat my brother. Some who fell suffered worse. We leave behind all that we have loved and head to the coast. A 9-day torturous walk. From the light and the heat we were forced into the dark, beneath a fort-like building. We were sent down into a hot, stinking hole full of angry men shouting and fighting. We are on the Gold Coast, where our trading through these forts made us prosperous. Now these places reek of the stench of the dying and are tainted by the spillage of our blood. After days, even months held in one of the coastal forts, slaves were moved onto the purpose-built ships that had arrived from Britain. It is difficult to imagine that men could make such a place, so cruelly well designed to carry its human cargo. Many attempted to resist, only to be shot or lashed. They did not go peacefully. Amidst the sounds of chains, whips, and cries, I was forced down under the decks into a stinking black hole, filled with hundreds of men, women, and children, with barely space to breathe. Metal rings are put round my ankles and wrists. They bite into my skin. We are forced in so tightly, we lie in the waste and urine and blood of others. In the dim light, I can make out my brother, Kwame, across the other side of the ship. He is suffering. I am forced to eat food, and on my refusal, I am held fast by the hands and laid down to be flogged severely. I still bear the scars. I am on deck and I can see land. We have been cleaned and oiled for some purpose. We anchor off an island I now know as Jamaica. On landing, we are herded like animals into the merchant sail pens. Now we are to be sold. On a given drumbeat, the buyers rush at once into the yard. My brother Kwame is lost to me in this confusion. I am distraught. Without warning, I am pushed to my knees and feel a terrible fire in my arm that made me weak with pain. I must now reintroduce myself. I am John James. I have been branded with the surname of my slave master, a name that reminds me I am owned. But my real name, Kofi, and my thoughts and memories will never die. And this place is the reason for my hell. A sugar plantation. By day I work in the field with 200 other miserable souls, cutting the cane. We watch the ground and work quickly, trying not to catch the eye of the overseer with the dogs and the whip. The overseer is a person of great evil. He will do anything to make people scared. Men and women weaken every day. Some have died already.
Right throughout the slave trade, there are tales of heroic acts of rebellion. There are some that managed an escape to the mountains to form their own colony, occasionally entering the plantations, creating havoc, and seeking bloody revenge on the overseers or the owners. Those who still worked the plantation found other ways to retain control over their lives and their dignity.
We are still strong. We have our own ways to resist. We use drums to send coded messages when planning and devising revolts, and our songs tell the stories of our struggle. I've been thinking of my brother Kwame and hope and pray that he is still alive, and that one day I will see him again.
My eyes have been pained by all of this. To have survived is a result of great strength, both physical and mental, and good fortune. Jamaica became my ancestors' new country, their enforced new home. And as history now shows, we survived beyond slavery, with our new communities and culture, our songs, dances, festivals, and markets for trading. And with our past rooted in Africa, we grew and created a new future. Me? I'm Paul James, and that's my history. What's yours?